Cancer, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-February 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. And we're going to get started immediately. We're going to get right down to business. We'll get you an oracle card out here. So let's shuffle it up one time for the lovely Cancer Collective in mid-February. I hope you're all doing well. So let's see what we got, my guide, spirit team. Talk to me. What do we got for my friends? And yeah, we're just going to look at this first card real quick. Then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot just to see what type of shadows might pop up in this time, what shadow work you might want to lean into. And that's always interesting. So only take what hits. You know the deal. There's so much for you to consider. Let's get this first card out for Cancer, please. We're hoping for some good positivity this week for you, my friends. The last few readings, oh, that card flew off the desk, and in my style reading, that means that's a no-no. Let's get one more. What do we got here for Cancer? There we go. Thank you. Okay, so we have this bound up angel, and that is very similar to the Eight of Swords, and it's important to remember that when we do readings, it could be people in your sphere of influence, it could be you. So we'll talk about that. Before we do, if you're new here, though, I'll be speaking about the February subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. It's a very special one this month. And also, if you're active on Twitter, my handle is @KyleofCups. Please feel free to tweet me things. But into the reading we go. This angel, as I already said, is representative similar to the Eight of Swords. You see it there. Very striking imagery. It's bound up in that red twine or rope, whatever it might be, maybe even ribbon. But I always think of somebody who might feel like their hands are tied in some way. You might feel cornered. You might feel like there's something that you can't quite make progress on. It could also be feelings of anxiety. So you're going to want to watch, like, make sure you're not getting too ramped up in the head, too emotional or anxiety driven with a card like this. For some people, it could just be as simple as having a bit of cabin fever, like feeling a little stuck in the house, stuck in a rut. But that doesn't make or break the reading. It's an interesting way to start. Let's get into tarot. We'll see if it all links together. Because, yeah, that could just be somebody else with a little anxiety or nervousness. Let's shuffle it up one time here for the beautiful Cancers, my guys. 3 in the upright, and then we will clarify intuitively. Let's see what we got. So, yeah, last week's reading, it was a little dicey. As I was saying, it was titled Beware This Conflict. And the week before that was a drastic change, and the week before that was They Are Mad. So you see what I mean, that the energies have been a little rough, but I have been seeing slight improvement. Okay, first card is out. It is the beautiful Queen of Wands. That's a good start. So yeah, your confidence, how you're feeling about yourself. That's a big vibe whenever we see the Queen of Wands, if it's not a fire sign in your life. There we go. We got the 10 of Cups. Now, I don't want to get too excited just yet, but we're looking much better thus far than we have. Let's get one more. One more here for Cancer. Thank you. Okay, we have the Devil on the back end. So once again, it's a bit of a mixed bag. And the way we're starting, it does lean a little more positive. So once again, that progression I've been seeing over the past few weeks, it could be getting better. But let's go through these. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get the juicier intuitive stuff. In position number 1, the Queen of Wands. This could represent a fire sign in your life, a very prominent one. Aries, Leo, Sag. When I see this card, Queens somewhat represent how one is feeling within, and this one in particular is about self-confidence. So you might feel like you're regaining confidence. You might feel like you're getting your groove back. This is a beautiful, strong, confident, sexy type of card. So if that's the energy you're feeling, I would say that's great. Now, we do have to clarify to try to pull more detail out of this, but hopefully you're gaining confidence in some way or fashion. This is a good card, but it could be the inverse as well. But moving to the center, we have the 10 of Cups. This is one of the most positive cards in the entire tarot deck. Absolutely love it. This is a card of wish fulfillment, wishes, dreams coming true. This is a happy ending, a happy completion. All those cups full. Yes, it could speak about your family, those closest to you, the home, just like a lot of the other 10s. But I love this one. It's emotional fulfillment. So hopefully we're seeing a better progression as the weeks keep peeling by on the calendar. I like this 10 of Cups. So we're going to clarify to see what that could be about. Could be wins or victories, so the clarifiers will tell the tale. But moving to the back end, we have the one card that's going to make us raise an eyebrow here. We have the Devil card. In this beautiful deck, it's called Temptation. So for some of you, if there's something you've been trying to refrain from, you could be tempted in this time. Okay, there could be something that tests your patience. The Devil, if it's not a Capricorn, because for some people it could be a prominent Capricorn in your life, because of the goat symbolism, might I add. I don't want any cross watchers to get upset. But this card could represent toxic feelings. It could talk about things that are in your head that you're dwelling on, thinking about, things that you need to refrain from. So if you're a fan of tarot readings, you know what this devil represents. So we'll see what it's about. Hopefully it's a positive clarifier of things getting better. But there could be a warning there for sure. There could be a warning. So with all that being said, let's dive deeper. We're going to jump in and clarify. So let's get a good shuffle here for the beautiful Cancer collective. My guides, talk to me. What do we got? And yes, Cancer, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research, rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. We're going to go in on this Queen of Wands, see what she could be about. And as always, if you read tarot yourself, that's why this box is here. You could just play along. If there's any messages you're feeling, feel free to drop it in the comments for your collective. I don't mind. I do always feel like we learn from each other, and there's so many different ways for us to interpret these cards. So let's go in on this Queen of Wands, please. Why is the Queen of Wands here for Cancer? Thank you. Yeah, Queen of Pentacles. This bodes extremely well. So we have double queens, and the Queen of Pentacles, if not earth sign energy, or somebody that's a prominent earth sign in your life, is all about stability. And I see her similar to the blessings of the Empress. Okay, the Queen of Pentacles to me is like the Empress light. So there could be some good abundance coming in for you, especially with this Queen of Wands. If you're facing any situations, tough, in between, good, it doesn't matter. If you approach it with confidence, zest, zeal, you can overcome. For a lot of you, I feel like you might be gaining some newfound confidence, getting your groove back. It's a glow up type of energy, which is very good to me. For another portion of you, it could be a good influx of money. But just like I was saying with this 10 of Cups in the center, this could be some sort of win or victory or triumph. It's very, very good. Something that could make you feel very positive, which would be a good change from recent weeks. So I like this. Double queens is nice. But we're going to move over to the 10 of Pentacles. I feel like this is an overall thing that if you're lacking confidence, if you could somehow harness it within yourself and say, you know what, I do have the skills, or I do have the personality, or I am worth it, I am beautiful, whatever it might be, you can really bring in some positive blessings into your life. This is a huge card of blessings and abundance. I like it. So we're going to go in on this 10 of Cups, see what that's about. We're starting this reading off very well. I mean, we're going to have to watch out for that devil. Like I said, it could be a warning, but this is looking good. A lot of very powerful, divine, feminine energy here. So why is the 10 of Cups? Thank you. Yeah, just things improving. We have the 10 of Swords in reverse here. Now, the 10 of Swords, even in reverse, there is a little pain there. There is a little... It could be things from the past. It could be anything that's already happened. The 10 of Swords is some sort of rough and tough ending. So when we get it in reverse, that's the best way we want to receive this card. So under the 10 of Cups, I'm seeing a big paradigm shift. I'm seeing a big change, things changing for the better. I love it. Okay, let me show you both of these cards because the imagery is striking. So as I said, the blessings that we're seeing from the beginning, the changes for the better, the improvement. It's all about coming to grips with painful things that have already happened, painful things from the past. This is extremely healing for you. So a journey of healing, whatever it might be, could be important to the journey of life you're going through right now. Coming to terms with things and healing and progressing. So once again, the energies of wins, overcoming, triumphs, things like that are in double right here in the front. This is good. This could be a good time for you. There could be a lot of blessings that the universe has lined up for the Cancer collective. And you may have paid your dues. Okay, you may have really paid your dues to receive. But we're going to go in on this devil and see what's up. Because that's the only thing that's been raising my eyebrow, like I said. So why is this devil here for Cancer? Then we'll do a quick little recap before we get into the shadow card. Thank you. Yeah, the 5 of Wands in reverse. So there could be a lot of issues, problems that are resolved in this time. That's the first thing I'm feeling with the 5 of Wands in reverse underneath this devil. And it seems like throughout this whole entire spread, I've just been seeing somebody regaining their confidence, a glow up of sorts, gaining confidence, feeling better, attracting those blessings, attracting that abundance, focusing on positive outcomes, healing from the past. So there could be a lot of things that if you've been going through it recently, problems could start being resolved, okay? Whether it's having one-on-one talks with people. This is all about problem resolution for me and big improvements, big wins, like overcoming something. I'm not getting the payoff energy just yet, but I'm seeing vast improvements for the better, which feels good. Now, you apply it to whatever portion of your life you might be watching this, or whether it is romance, whether it is work, life in general, but this feels good. It feels like there's a big change in the energy. There's a big shift happening, like on a karmic level. So this feels really good to me. The Devil with the Five of Wands. If there's been something, the Five of Wands in reverse, if there's something that's been like bothering you, a thorn in the side, or issues have just been cropping up, things could start resolving themselves. And you could start resolving things. This feels very positive to me, Cancer. I'm happy we have a reading like this week. So let's put this right here. And we're going to go through and do a quick little recap, my friends, before we get into the shadow card. I really like the reading this week, but if you kindly look in the box, in position number 1, we have the Queen of Wands with the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. Like I was saying, that energy of blessings, very similar to the Empress, gaining confidence. Whatever issues you're going through in life right now, if you approach it with confidence, zest, zeal, like really recognize your worth and who you are, you could really reap some great benefits. This is extremely rewarding and blessing filled. But moving to the center, we have the Ten of Cups with the Ten of Swords in reverse. That's good. That's the best way we want to receive this card. So sure, there might be a little pain underneath the surface. There might be a little emotional damage underneath the surface. We all deal with it from time to time. But this is extremely healing. The feeling of wish fulfillment, attaining goals, focusing on the positive, focusing on the optimistic, things changing for the better. Like I said, there's a big karmic shift. There's a big energetic shift for the positive around the Cancer collective, and I like it. And it gets reinforced once again when we get to the back end. We have the Devil with the Five of Wands in reverse. Problem resolution. If there's been things that have been sticking around, little issues here, little issues there, they could start resolving themselves, or you could start problem solving. This is things improving vastly. So we're getting a theme in every single lineup we have here in Cancer. I would say that's an amazing thing. You just fit it to your life as needed, whether it's like the astrological signs of people around you or situations you're going through. I'm seeing improvements for the better. I'm seeing good things, blessings, wins, victories, all those beautiful things. So please take a screenshot. We're going to get into the shadow card. I really like this. Life is all about the journey, am I right? Like you got to take the good with the bad. But let's shuffle the shadow cards up real quick for you. See what might be in the shadows for Cancer. And yeah, I always say, even though I'm an optimistic reader, it's very healthy for us to look at both sides of the coin, and that's what we're going to do. And this deck makes it very easy. It's illustrated in a darker way. So if we get a positive card, we're going to look at the unsavory aspects, because that's what shadow work is all about. So what's in the shadows for Cancer? Whether it's something that's already happened, whether it's something that pops up in this time. We'll just see. Okay, we have the Ten of Cups. Interesting, Cancer, that in the reading as a whole, we have 3 of the 10s showing up. And the Ten of Cups once again, okay? Actually 2 of them, but 3 10s overall. You know what I mean. So the Ten of Cups. This is an interesting card to show up in the shadows because, yes, it could talk about things that are tied to the home and the family, stuff like that. But a big vibe I get with this is, yes, with wish fulfillment, but the darker side of this could be about overindulgence or overconfidence. And confidence was a big aspect of the reading itself, and it's good to be confident. But sometimes you shouldn't count the chickens before they hatch. I'm sure you've all heard that saying. And that's what this card could represent in the shadows. So yes, things could be changing for the better, but you might have to complete something. You have to maybe meet the universe halfway. But for others of you, this could just represent a warning against overindulgence of any kind, even though we had the Devil in the reading itself too. So there's a little warning here about indulging in pleasures of the flesh or overindulging in anything too much, even if that's behaviors or emotional things. So Cancer, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet though. I'm going to give you the details of the February subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the January subscriber surprise, the winners will be announced on February 1st in my community tab. But for February, we have a very special one. I'll be giving away 2 copies of the wonderful, beautiful tarot gazing deck. This was created by one of our good friends, Heather Stargazer. She's been part of our community since almost the very beginning. And I use this deck in all the readings this week. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, 2 simple things as always. First, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. Second, let me know down in the comments what tarot card you like to see in any love reading. Since it's the month of love, it could be any card. And at the end of the month, as always, I'll put the winners in my community tab. My friends, if you'd like to show Heather some love, you can check the description down there or the pinned comments. All her socials and her Etsy are there. So I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.